Now, if I was running the show, those two motherfuckers would be in fucking whip me, spank me camp getting waterboarded until they fucking told me the whole fucking deal. Everyone in charge of that suicide watch cell would be fucking fired to the last man. No questions asked. Get the fuck out, turn in your gun and badge. You are fucking done, and you're never going to work in law enforcement again. Hello everybody, Terrence Popp here, Redonkulous.com. And I got another episode live from the Lair. This is going to be more of a current events kind of episode because I received 18 different requests to cover this particular subject. One from my producer, so we have to address this. And it's about the Jeffrey Epstein debacle that's going on out there. Let's start off here at the beginning with Jeffrey Epstein. He was born in January of 1953, where he fell out of the fucking meat sack and joined us all here on the prime material plane as a walking hairless monkey meat suit. 1974, he starts teaching math and physics at a high school in New York City. And because of this particular situation, he meets with, what's his name? Alan Greenberg, the CEO of Bear Stearns. Now, I don't know exactly what takes place. It takes like a couple short years, like 76, he starts working at Bear Stearns as a trader. Later on works his way up to becoming a partner. I don't know if he actually had an affinity for this or not, or what have you, but in the grand scheme of things, a lot of things in life come down to not what you know, but who you know. So apparently he made the right connection right there. Okay, in 1981, he starts he figures out a new way to do corporate rating. And for those of you who don't know what corporate rating is that's where an outside, entity buys its way into a corporation and then basically destroys it and sells it piece by piece to the highest bidder. And many, companies have been destroyed like this. Now, is it illegal? No, it's not. It's all above board. Is it ethical? Not really. As we came to learn in the future, Epstein really wasn't big on ethics or following the law. It just so happens one of the individuals who participated in the corporate rating with him pled guilty to the largest Ponzi scheme up until that point, and that's somewhere in 1981. In 1990, he starts his own investment services for the rich and powerful, because they tend to flock together. Now, what they need to do is actually go into his records and find out when he purchased this fucking so-called, well, it wasn't so-called, it's Sex Island, and the townhouse the mansion that he had. And then you can backdate from the time you got that to when all of these high roller clients joined his firm. Because if he was running the underage prostitution fucking ring back then, these people showed up to some of his parties, vada voom, vada ving, they're on camera, boom, move your money over to me, I'm managing it for you, or I'm gonna fucking bust your fucking secret out to the world, blackmail him. It was all blackmail, in my opinion. I don't know, I looked at some of the financials and the returns that he was, getting for some of his clients. That information is out there. It's very limited. But it wasn't anything spectacular, and it really wasn't anything they couldn't get from somebody else. Let's see. And in the year 2000, he starts investing a lot of that money into high leverage markets, which was instrumental, basically led to Bear Stearns fucking going two tits to the sky. And requiring, insane amount of bailouts for the rest of the fucking financial market. Now, is he solely responsible for all that? No, he's not. Many of the banks aren't fucking responsible for the bullshit that went on there. But he did have a hand in it, just so we all know what's going on. All right, in 2005, the first accusation comes down that from a minor that he was having her fucking do prostitution on his fucking sex island. And it starts to implode. He runs damage interference. Apparently, because by this time, 2005, he's probably got quite a few people in his pocket. And what happens with most of the rich and powerful people who wind up getting hemmed up by the fucking courts or falling astray of the law, basically gets a slap on the wrist. He basically plea bargains down to solicitation, one count of solicitation from a minor, which he has to register as a sex offender, which he does in 2011. He did supposedly 1 year in jail, which was basically, he only reported in the weekends, and he had virtually no supervision all the times he was fucking, in jail. Prison. They say prison is more like jail. All right. 2015, another witness comes forward. Basically starts the whole fucking thing rolling again. And apparently, lo and behold, a federal judge fucking suppresses the whole fucking thing, makes it go away temporarily. Okay, now, in 2015, this whole fucking Epstein fucking debacle fell to the preview of ABC. Okay, now I watched the Veritas, basically insider scoop of what the fuck went on with him, but lo and behold, the bigwigs at APC fucking said, hey, we can't really fucking verify these accusations. They made a bunch of excuses, and they basically killed the story before it could get out there. And, one thing leads to another. He gets fucking arrested in July of 2019. Okay, I remember when he got arrested, I watched it on the news, and basically stated that, his sex island catered to many individuals, to include President Clinton, some other fucking bigwig individuals out there. And there was even some hint of the UK, a UK prince, basically royalty, was fucking involved in this shit. Now, notice that they didn't really say any Saudi prince or any individuals from that fucking conglomeration of sin and scum and villainy, because those guys always participate in shit like this. What are you going to do? And in their particular country, it's not a fucking crime. So there you go. All right, so I remember when he got arrested, everyone said that he's going to wind up fucking dead. And I mean, I heard it on all of the news channels that he was going to fucking kick his air addiction. He was going to get suicided. He was going to get Hillary Clinton. Everyone knew it was coming down. All right. In fact, on July 25th, apparently he was found in his cell where he was apparently roughed up by his cellmate, which, I can believe, because individuals who partake in that type of behavior are not looked favorably upon in jail and prison. So somebody probably legitimately tried to wring his neck. So after that, they move him out of the cell. They put him in another suicide watch cell, which has 2 video cameras, 2 guards. And in all of the history of suicide watch in New York City, they haven't had anyone actually successfully commit suicide. Well, on August 10th, 2019, lo and behold, Epstein is dead. It's not like we didn't see that fucking coming. And both video cameras failed, and the 2 guards fell asleep. And and nobody is doing shit about that. Not to mention they raided his fucking mansion and his sex island, and I'm sure they have all of the fucking tapes and incriminating evidence for all of the individuals that took part in that those weird fucking illegal soirees that went on there. and we haven't heard anything about it. There's been no forward movement. And the one witness who brought everything forward to ABC in 2015 apparently has pictures and all kinds of proof. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that woman is not long for this world. She is going to be dead. Next, those 2 prison guards are going to die of suicides or heart attacks or some other, medical reasons, because they're going to fucking die. Obviously, they're paid off. And that's just the way it is. Now, if I was running the show, those 2 motherfuckers would be in fucking whip me, spank me camp getting waterboarded until they fucking told me the whole fucking deal. Everyone in charge of that suicide watch cell would be fucking fired to the last man. No questions asked. Get the fuck out, turn in your gun and badge. You are fucking done and you're never going to work in law enforcement again. None of that is happening. None of that is happening.
Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell him and Google to shove your data up their schwing-schwangs by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising, and protects your privacy and data from evil tech companies. You only see ads if you want to see them, and you get cryptocurrency for your attention. Don't let Zuck use you to make a buck. Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
All right, now we're going to move on to the individual that was basically venting to a hot mic. Her name was Amy Robash. Apparently she's the face of a couple, a talk show and a couple other fucking shows on ABC. And she was going on and on about, she had all of this information 5 fucking years ago. I believe in 2015, 2014 timeframe. ABC fucking killed the whole fucking thing. She has every right to be pissed off because that is what makes a lot of these news individuals tick, is getting the scoop on a big fucking story that makes and breaks a career. Okay, that would have made her fucking career in 2015 if she broke that fucking story. But she didn't. Now we have to ask why. I'm going to make some predictions here, so bear with me. I bet you if you follow the fucking bigwigs at ABC back far enough, some of them probably cycled through that fucking sex island on some of these crazy fucking parties that fucking Jeffrey Epstein threw. So that means if they allowed the story to come into light, not only when the Clintons, several of the royal family, but they themselves would be implicated in this fucking horse shit. And they would have to answer all these questions. They would basically have to prove their innocence that, yeah, they went to the party, especially if there's pictures of them there, but they didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't think so. It's guilty by association. So, they're trying to run damage control and not fucking pursue the story. Because, hey, if it's not in the media and nobody knows about it, there isn't a huge public outcry. All right, and another thing, this is a prediction that if Trump gets it elected into a second term, you are going to see a lot of individuals get fucking fired. In my opinion, the top 3 tiers in the FBI, it's probably 150 guys, all of them should be fucking fired, sacked. Same thing with the CIA, the NSA. Top 3 tiers, gone. Fucking fire them. Just get the fuck out, pack your desk up and leave. Better yet, don't even pack your desk. Get the fuck out, you're done. Okay, and then they could fucking fight it out in fucking court, but at the end of the day, they work as an as-will employee for the president, and they need to fucking go. Because this lack of movement by our police and our federal agencies is basically a huge red flag that we have unprecedented corruption going on at the highest levels. And that needs to be fucking rooted out and destroyed. All right? Period. I don't care if they're Republicans. I don't care if they're fucking Democrats. Fire them all. And if need be, start charging them with sedition or even treason for some of the shit they're doing. All right, and that's, I also think they should go after the top 3 tiers in the IRS. Those motherfuckers need to be gone. And any of the other, intel agencies that our government fucking uses. There's a bunch of them out there. There's a few alphabet agencies which nobody even knows about that are operating behind the scenes. And those guys have a lot of power, especially with the Patriot Act. And I think it's just a little bit too much power, and they need to get fucking quashed. That's just my opinion. What the fuck do I know?